there really is just a lot to do at Epcot in spring.
Yeah, the festival's really, and look, we're not my family, we're not festival people. Like we don't typically go to festivals around the house. We don't go to Mardi Gras parades. We're just not that kind of family. But a festival at Epcot is definitely different than typical festival.
It is. It's super chill. Like, you hear the word festival and you think like big party, but it's really not. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, Epcot is so big as it is. So, like, everything is so spread out and it's just super chill. Like, it's honestly like just another day at Epcot. Like, there's just extra stuff to do. What is up, and welcome back to another episode of Going Beyond the Castle. Super excited to be here for another week of our podcast. As always, thanks you guys for joining us each and every week. I am your host, Fred Briley, and with me, as always, is my fabulous co-host, podcast princess, Lori Talamo. And this week, we're diving into one of my favorite seasons at Disney World, which is spring, and spring means Flower and Garden Festival. So super excited to dig into that. Already mentioned it a little bit, but as we do every week, we just want to shout out everybody that follows us each week and joins us as we go beyond the castle. We would not be where we are without our followers. So definitely thank you guys for joining us every week. So yeah, got a super exciting episode planned. It's been a crazy week for Disney, and even Epic. Epic dropped some big stuff this week.
I know.
So before we dive into this episode, I'll turn it over to Lori, and she can talk about some of the things that dropped with Disney and Universal.
Yeah, it has been a busy week, and then I'm like, I don't even know which ones I'm more excited about.
Right?
Probably Epic because it's new. And anyway, so Epic Universe has announced now finally you can buy 1-day tickets. Previously, you had to buy 3-day park tickets where you got 2 days in the other parks and 1 day at Epic. And so you were limited to 1 day, but now you can add additional days to your package or standalone ticket. So you can visit Epic Universe multiple days now, which is exciting because from all of the announcements and things that we've heard so far is like, there's no way you're going to get everything done in 1 day. And also they've announced that you can get Express Pass for Epic Universe, and there's also VIP tours on sale. So as far as we know right now, Epic Express Pass is not going to be included with any of the resort stays. So you definitely need to add that Express Pass if you're interested in doing that. Fingers crossed that they change that and at least Helios gets included in that since we are staying there in December. But we'll see.
I think maybe by December. I don't think we're going to see it included anywhere for the first couple.
Yeah, no, definitely. And maybe not by the end of the year either, but we'll see. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh, and so this, which I text Fred during the week, I'm like, I am definitely going to have to GoPro up and take Olivia into what's the area? Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Is that right? Why am I confusing myself? Yeah. Yes, because just the experiences, it looks like it's going to be monstrous.
Yeah,
but they do have, it's kind of creepy. And actually this week I had to call in to Universal and the person that I was speaking to that was helping me book a trip. She said they got to walk through there and she's like, it kind of gives a Halloween Horror Night vibe at night. She's like, there isn't anything that's going to jump out and scare you like Halloween Horror Nights, but it does have that kind of vibe. So if it's not your thing, then maybe you want to visit it during the day. So definitely I will be going to that area before it gets
at
dark.
night.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe since I'm going to go 2 days in June, maybe I'll take one for the team and I'll go
If you're going to
live.
make me ride the
night.
Wheel of Death for our podcast's entertainment, you have to go through Dark Universe at night.
I won't do Tower of Terror, but I'll go at night. That'll be our deal. You have to ride, but you have to go on video because that's going to be.
I know.
But anyway, there's a dark more. I knew I was going to say it wrong. Experience where you can go and get the monster makeup. If that's your jam and you want to do that, I don't think I'll be doing that. But and then the other thing that came out was a lot of Disney promotions. There's free dining. There's kids half off tickets. This one I'm not as excited about because who goes to Disney and doesn't really do Magic Kingdom? I mean, I'm sure there are some people, but there's the 3-day, 3-park tickets. which doesn't include Magic Kingdom, which you can do those tickets and get the discounted price and then add a 1-day Magic Kingdom. And there are some room discounts out. So one of the things that was super cool that I did today, I don't usually do travel business on Sundays, but I have a client that I had been working with who was staying at the Grand Floridian and actually changed her room and got her the free dining, and it saved her like $2,200 today. Yeah. So if you have a trip already booked, you can go and retroactively apply those promotions. But that's it. I think because, and I know we'll talk about it later, but our episode next week is really going to dive into a lot of the new stuff. So I figured those were the ones to hit today. Then we'll leave the rest for next week.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Disney.
Yeah. I think next week's
at
going to be
spring.
fun.
Yeah, next week is going to be a good episode. We have a lot of good episodes coming up. We'll dive in.
I'm excited.
Just like as a heads up to everybody, we're trying to plan out the next couple months. We got a lot of good episodes planned for April and June. We have a lot of guests planned for April and June as well. We don't really know what May is going to look like yet. Both Lori and I are taking quite a bit of trips in May. So we're still trying to figure out what May is going to look like. It could be a break month for us where we just kind of take a break from the podcast and kind of step back for a little bit. So more to follow on that. But definitely as we ramp up to possibly taking a break, we got a lot of cool episodes planned. So I'm super excited for the episodes that we got planned.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be fun.
All right. So Disney at springtime, possibly my favorite time of the year. My first ever Disney trip was in May. So that definitely takes in, has some input on why I love Disney in the spring. It really is a great time of year to go, depending on like when you go, right? Looking at Florida in, March, April, May timeframe really is a great time to go to Disney because the weather is typically fabulous. It's coming out of that cold season, which I mean, in Florida, we're talking, 50s, 60s. So we're really hovering 70s, 80s in the March through May timeframe. There's, of course, rain because it's spring, but it's usually not as bad as like hurricane season once you get into the fall. So really great times there. Crowds are really fabulous. We were talking to some individuals today that are going to Disney here soon and just talking about their trip in May. And just talking like, March, you're kind of pushing with crowds because of all the spring break crowds. You and I have had this conversation. Like, you're really pushing it. As you get into April, it's going to get better. As you get into May, May's a really great time to go. Love going to May solely because if you time it right, everybody has just gotten back from spring break. They're finishing out the last couple weeks of school and nobody wants to go because they're about to hit summer break. So they just want to wait it out a couple months.
Yeah.
So
Unless you go like me on the weekend when there's the cheer competition.
I don't do that.
Which
so
it's really not bad. People complain about the cheer competitions and dance competitions a lot. And I'm like, those kids are busy.
Yeah.
Like their focus is on competition. I know there are some that get to go. They do get rowdy in the resorts. I get that. But the parks really I don't feel like they're that more crowded, especially during the days. Now, if you go early and go late to do like we're going to do, maybe so. But during that competition weekend, yeah.
And this may be an unpopular opinion, but let's be honest. If you are staying at a value resort, just go ahead and expect it to be full of kids. Like, do not pay to go to a value resort if you don't want to be surrounded by children, because that's the type of crowd the value resort pulls. Like, because you're
go to
single,
a
like you're single
deluxe,
mid-30s people, like they're gonna go to a moderate resort. Your older crowd, unless they're grandparents that are going with family, they're going to go to your moderate and your deluxe resorts. The people with kids that have 3, 4, 5 kids, they're going to stay in the cheapest resort possible, either off-site or they're going to stay at All-Star Sports. So you get what you're paying for. Like, sorry.
Absolutely.
But if you don't want to be around a bunch of cheerleaders, don't stay at All-Star Sports.
And I guess, too, like, a lot of time, I guess, because, I'm a cheer mom. I've been a cheer mom forever. So maybe I get a little defensive. I guess, too, because our girls are very disciplined and they're very, I mean, you know how Olivia is. And most of the girls aren't like that when they're out. There are some rowdy teams, so I get it. But they're not all the same.
No, they're not. And I mean, even still, like you brought up like a really great point. Like 9 times out of 10, easily like 70 to 80% of their time, they're at competitions. Like they're not running around the parks. They're over at the sports complex, like either getting ready for or actively participating in a competition. But yeah, I mean, I really do like crowds can be a great time, in the springtime. They're hit or miss, but it generally, if any time before, Memorial Day weekend, great time to go. Really is. Plus, one of the things that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes is one of my favorite festivals, solely because I haven't been to the Festival of the Arts yet. I'm curious to see if once I go to that, it becomes my favorite. But the Food and Wine Festival, which takes place at Epcot, is an absolutely fabulous festival. Some of the things that we'll dive into a little bit is the food, the alcohol. One of the great things about the Food and Wine Festival is the Topiaries. There's a lot of great things about
Flower
Food and
and
Wine Festival.
garden.
Or yeah, sorry, I do love Food and Wine Festival. The Flower and Garden
Yeah.
Festival, yes.
I'm like,
So
did I put that wrong? Yeah.
no, it was just me. We primarily go to the Food and Wine Festival because a lot of times we go
Yeah.
in September, so that's usually when we're there. But
Yeah.
the Flower and Garden Festival is a fabulous festival.
That was the first festival that we ever went to
Mhm.
at Disney because our first trip was in March.
Yeah. Our first trip was in May, and favorite memory was finding a Stitch Topi.
Oh, I bet.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, which they got some super cool. We're gonna have some have to post some pictures because they got like the Moana topiary this year
I
is
saw that. Yeah.
amazing. Like, so but we'll dive into those tips for what to pack. We take the same thing every trip. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Same.
We have a sole suitcase whose sole purpose is to stay packed with our Disney stuff. Like nothing ever changes. We always have sunscreen. We always have ponchos. We always have cooling towels. We always have chargers, and we always have fans. Like
Yeah.
reusable straws. Like absolutely, we each have our own little assigned reusable straw by color. Like it's just our Disney go bag. Like some people, they have a hospital pregnancy go bag. We have a Disney go bag.
That's funny.
Like we just have that stuff packed. But like, yeah, for sure. Like I'll preach it all day. Like go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy the cheapest ponchos that you can find for like $3 because it's just so much cheaper than buying ponchos at Disney or an umbrella. And you
Yeah.
don't want to carry around an umbrella at Disney. Like, and if you
No,
sit
it's
like Phantasmic is a great one. Like, if you can't use an umbrella at Phantasmic, they're going to tell you to close it because you're going to poke the eye out of somebody behind you. Like, you
right.
can't use umbrellas for those types of things. So definitely just have cheap ponchos ready. You're gonna sweat. It's gonna be miserable, but it's gonna be the best miserable time of your life because you were at it.
Exactly. And I have a pullover. I have a couple of them actually. Pullover rain jackets.
Yeah.
And I bought one of them. The first time I bought one was on the Mouse Marketplace. And so it's blue and it's got pink and white Mickey balloons. So then when we go a lot for cheer, so I got a white one and I have red and black balloons. So that way it's the park colors.
Yeah.
However, and it folds inside of itself. But then it's like, I don't feel like lugging that around. So I love having them. But for the most part, I do the same thing. Like I think I ordered a box on Amazon of the cheap ponchos and I just throw a bunch in my bag because I'm like, that way it fits in the fanny pack and I don't have to carry the big poncho around.
On our last
the
trip,
raincoat.
have you seen that retro cartoon rain jacket that they got right now that's super popular? I'll have to find a picture and send it to you. I tried to buy it last time when we first got there, and Rachel was like, "You're never gonna wear it," and I was like, "Come on, just I don't have a rain jacket. Like I want to buy a rain jacket. And I'd like to have this Disney one." She was like, "You can buy it if you want, but you're not gonna wear it." I was like, "Fine, I'll think about it." Never needed it the entire time I did.
Yeah.
Nor do I ever wear a
rather-
rain jacket. Like she wasn't right.
Yeah. I mean, I use the school one, like when we go to to like football games, if it's going to rain or whatever, I'll bring it. So, but I don't use it at Disney.
But for sure,
Yeah.
ponchos. I always am a big fan that ponchos are going to be your best friend at Disney, just because there is always a chance of rain, whether it is a 30-second like downpour and then it's over for the rest of the day, or whether it's just a straight torrential downpour all day. Like there's always a chance of rain.
Yeah.
And depending on when you go in the springtime, like March can be a little cool in the mornings, so definitely be prepared to wear some cooler clothes. But by definitely mid afternoon, like you're going to be in shorts and a t-shirt, no doubt.
Yeah, that happened when we went. We ended because we didn't pack anything warm.
Yeah.
And so we ended up having to buy like sweatshirts when we were there. Because at night and the early mornings it was so cold.
It can get pretty chilly in the mornings and in the evenings. So
Yeah.
hence
I
why I
have a
have a
nice little
giant
picture
collection.
of Josh. Go ahead.
I was just say hence why I have a giant collection of spirit jerseys.
Yeah. I have a nice picture of Josh sleeping on the friendship boats from Port Orleans to Disney Springs with his rain poncho on.
Nice. So yeah, I mean, we always pack the same stuff regardless of what time of year we go.
Yep.
That we just
Same.
have that Disney go bag. So yeah, Easter's coming up.
Yeah.
Disney does some cool things for Easter. I don't know
They
what they
do.
do. You know what they do, but I
Well, because I did look it up. Because I've actually never gone during Easter. So like I've been on Mother's Day, I've been for other holidays, but never on Easter. And I didn't realize that there's a lot of stuff that they do for Easter, just like they do for Christmas and Halloween. They have over in Epcot, and this is I guess part of the Flower and Garden Festival too. They have an extravaganza scavenger hunt.
I've heard of
So
that.
you purchase a like a map and there's stickers on there. It's like $10 for the map. And then you go around and collect the eggs at different locations. And then once you finish it, you turn the map in and you get a prize. And it's this year it says it's one of 6 different Easter egg charms. That's, we talk a lot about, different things for little kids to do. And so that's super fun. Cause I think we've talked about it before when Braden did
Perry
Perry
the
the Platypus
platypus.
one. That was super cool. So this is really fun and it's Easter related. They have just like the gingerbread house, they have a lot of displays. They only have a few resorts that do the egg displays though. It's Beach and Yacht Club, Contemporary, and the Grand Floridian. And so they have each one has specific egg displays. Like I'm looking over.
Yeah, kind of like they do the
Uh,
gingerbread house and stuff like that.
Yes. Oh, here's the little cards. Yeah. So the card is like little faces. And then I'm trying to find where I had it. The egg displays. So this one's got like Winnie the Pooh, Orange Bird. There's one egg in the shape of Spaceship Earth and it's got Figment sitting on top. So there's Kevin with looks like little baby Kevins. So yeah, they're open. Those are open. So Grand Floridian is open now through April 20th. It looks like they all end on April 20th. Beach Club and Yacht Club, those don't start until April 1st. Also the Contemporary. So it looks like right now only Grand Floridian is open for the egg displays. But those look really cool. There is also meet and greets with the Easter Bunny. I couldn't find exactly where that was at, but they do have a meet and greet option. It might be over at one of the resorts.
Pictures of the eggs. These are super cute.
Yeah, it's really cute because it's not like huge displays like the gingerbread houses. It's like almost like a table.
Like,
You know how to do it. See?
figured it out. See, look at that. That is
Yes.
super
I was
cute.
like, we need to show. Yes, I was like, we need to show pictures. Now, the people who are listening, the audio versions, you're going to have to go in and look at
yeah,
the videos
right?
because
See, like, these are
now we know how to
super
do.
cute. Like, oh
Yes,
my God. These were last year's. Let me put that out there. Like, oh, those are so cute.
that is cute. Yeah. And there's some like Mr. Peterhead. Oh, wait, yeah, see, it doesn't say, we don't have dates yet because this is 2024 information.
Yeah, this is
I bet you we're looking at the same site. So it doesn't
Disney
say
Food Blog.
when. Yeah, I was looking at that one earlier. I
Yeah.
just realized this one, I'm on a different one, but that's where it was. It says they meet, okay, traditionally they meet at Liberty Square Gazebo, also known as Bunny Lane Garden, or there's one near Town Square Courtyard in Magic Kingdom. So it looks like they're in Magic Kingdom. They'll have, and I didn't put this in there, they'll have like an Easter parade, Easter themed parade, a cavalcade. So that's fun. Fun stuff. So let's see. Yeah, this one is like the heaviest crowds are like the first week of April. A lot of that is to do with spring break and the runtime springtime surprise. Moderate crowds the next week, then heavy crowds the following week because that's when Easter is, and then towards the end it kind of tapers down a little bit. So
I'm
and
gonna
then
I'm gonna backtrack. Is this what you were
what's
talking
that?
about? Hang on. Is this the little map you were talking about? Where you can do
Yeah,
like,
so
yeah. This is
the one
from
I'm looking
back
at
at
looks
earlier.
different, but yeah, but like I said, the one that I'm looking at, this is information. It was just published, but it's from like last year's stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of similar. So that's really cool. Oh, so if you go to, it's on Walt Disney Prep School one, and it shows a picture of it's shaped like an egg and it's got like the little charm, but it's
Got it.
basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, another fun thing around Easter is that because all of the seasons and all of the festivals all have different food items that are specific to that event. And so for Easter, oh, and they have, which I think is really cute, is the Thumper popcorn bucket.
Oh God, it was so cute.
Yes, it was, and I'm not I don't collect anything, which is crazy. I mean, I know I have ears behind me, but
I
that's
don't
the extent
either.
of what I collect.
I
Right.
collect nothing.
But the Thumper popcorn basket is so cute. Yeah. But they have a lot of like snacks that I wish were going to still be there when we go in May. Although they'll have other snacks, but the one, I mean, there's a lot of them, so I won't go through all the stuff. But there's one is carrot cake cupcake with cream cheese buttercream. That looks really good. But that one's like only at Beach and Yacht Club. There's Easter egg macarons over strawberry honey. Sounds really good. And blueberry coriander. Sounds good. Those are over at Riviera. So like each location like has different stuff. And then they have the thumper carrot cake. You can get it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 12 different locations. So I think that one's probably easier to find. Amorette's over in Disney Springs has a lot of cute little different, there's an Easter egg cake. Josh and I went one time because I just wanted to go try it. And we got the Tiana's little mini cake. It's like
Yeah.
a chocolate cake, and that one was really good. And the ganachery, Everglazed donut. So lots of different Easter snacks that you can find throughout the resorts and a couple of locations like at Disney Springs. So Easter is fun, a fun time as
Do an
well.
Easter one year.
Yeah.
So next couple sections, I feel like we should just kind of combine and just
Yeah.
kind of do a blurb on, especially because now that I found some stuff to show on the screen too. So
Okay,
we can
sweet.
just kind of talk it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk Flower and Garden Festival. Flower and Garden Festival is one of the festivals that Epcot does every year. Usually runs from like March to like June-ish. Oh, hey, look, you put dates in our notes. This year it's March 5th to June 2nd. So there's with every Epcot festival, there's all sorts of different, special experiences that Epcot puts on. One of the biggest that I think people know the Flower and Garden Festival for is the Topiaries. Like, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pull up. So this is our 2025 Topiaries. So Disney does some absolutely crazy work with, I'm just going to say flowers because that just seems like a good general
Yeah.
statement to do. So all throughout the park in each of the different pavilions, you're going to be able to see all these gorgeous different topiaries that, Epcot spends weeks putting together. Here you can see Encanto. They've got Figment, Buzz Lightyear. They do all these different Disney characters. This is from Wish. I don't know her name. I think I've seen Wish like once. So
Yeah, I
sorry.
watched it once as well.
Yeah, I'm looking for the best one that everybody's raving about. You got Goofy, Mickey, and Minnie. When you go back into the pavilions, you'll see characters that are applicable to that country. So in Norway, you've got Anna and Elsa. Over in where are the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs? I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank on it.
Germany.
Germany, thank you.
I got it right here. That's
Yeah, over in Mexico, you've got Encanto. The big one that is super great this year. We were just talking about it, and now I'm drawing a blank.
Moana.
Moana, thank you. Moana is absolutely stellar this year. And like they do some crazy things, like especially like it's not just like a walk around and look at during the day type thing. Like they incorporate lighting into the topiaries. So even at night you can walk around and see these crazy gorgeous works of art that Epcot puts together. So topiaries is one of the key takeaways from the Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
of
I was
course,
excited when I was looking earlier because they have Phineas and Ferb is back this year.
is it? Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Because I told Josh, I'm like, oh, they have Phineas and Ferb. And he's like, didn't they have that before? And I'm like, it said new, but then I went back and says that they're back. So apparently they must have been there one time before.
Yeah, I love the topiaries.
Same.
Like, and that's
Especially like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, one of my favorite parts, like, about Epcot is just being able to walk around and explore and just look at stuff. So to have that added on to the park and especially like be embedded in with the different cultures, like it's just super cool to me.
Yeah, especially because, like, the first time we went, I didn't know all of these things existed. We just, Josh had a friend going, I had a coworker going. So we're like, yeah, we'll go. And so then you go there and you're just wowed by the amount of details that each one of them have.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if you've seen it, I mean, like I take a picture of Miss Piggy and Kermit every single, I
Every
mean,
time.
there's a lot of them that I take pictures of, but it's like, they just so cool looking
Yeah.
that you take pictures of them over and over again.
Yeah. And one of the cool things, kind of keep it on that topic, is the butterfly garden, which they
Hmm.
put up every year over towards, isn't it back over towards Figment?
Yes,
Yeah. Since they
I
did
get
all that
that.
construction, I don't remember. I think it's over by Figment, but it's literally just this gorgeous butterfly garden that you can walk through, get to experience all these different butterflies, which is super cool for kids. If you've got kids, just take them and walk through um, the butterfly garden and let them get to experience that. So that's a super easy way to, you know, distract your children for a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a kid-friendly festival.
I don't know why my camera randomly zoomed out. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Now it's not responding, so I guess we're stuck with my camera where it is. That's fine.
It doesn't look like you're too far.
All right.
Doesn't look like it changed much.
So next, of course, my favorite topic is food.
Yes.
As with any Epcot festival, of course, with Epcot itself, you have the different pavilions: Epcot, Germany, Norway, France, Canada, Morocco. You have all these different pavilions that are always there, at which you can always partake in the dining of, those cultural styles. But one of the cool things about the festivals is that Epcot brings out these different food booths and these outdoor kitchens to kind of bring in some different types of food and culture. Like, so this one new for 2025 is the beach grub. So we've got like a seafood coming into the Flower Garden Festival. You've got a seafood baked with shrimp, mussels, clams, and andouille sausage, red peppers, corn on the cob. That sounds fabulous. But yeah, you've got like a lot of different little pop up food air places that you can go and get all sorts of different types of food. Which, of course, if you're partaking of the Disney dining plan, always something to incorporate into your plans, because typically a lot of those items that are included in those outdoor kitchens are part of the looking over some of these. Not Isla Fresca.
I don't know what this drink is, but I want it. It looks really good. Looks like it's
Primavera
got some
Kitchen.
lavender.
Yeah, like,
Doesn't say what.
especially like, again, I'll always talk about how, I just love walking around Epcot. Like definitely just, take your time, walk around Epcot, especially during the Flower Garden Festival, and just look at all the different foods and just, take a lap and then come back and start working on what you want, because there is so much food at Epcot as it is already. And during these festivals, they add on so much more food and
Yeah.
drinks that you can try. A great tip also to keep in mind, Lori and I have talked about it plenty of times, is mobile ordering. Mobile ordering is not available at these pop-up spots. So typically lines in these locations are going to be a little bit longer because people can't mobile order.
Yeah.
So definitely, be prepared to wait in line a little bit longer. So definitely plan it out. Like I said, if you take a lap, kind of see what you want, and then kind of make a game plan and go back and be like, all right, we're going to eat around the world today. So yeah, definitely just go into it with some patience, because especially, in the evenings and on the weekends, we always talk about Epcot being more packed because of the locals. You're definitely going to see that during festival time, especially with flower.
Yeah. I struggle so much when there's a festival because, of course, you know how we talk about we always love our specific
Mm-hmm.
dining reservation. So it's like, we really should just walk around though and just because it's not like large portions at the booth. So, I
Mm-mm.
mean, you really can, kind of walk through and just pick at different things and make a meal out of them. There's this one, which I don't know if they always have this, but it's called the Garden Graze food stroll, and you get a passport, and then you
Do they have that
can
at Epcot?
I'm looking at it right like and that's why I'm like I don't remember seeing this, so I don't know if this is something
I
new.
know Disneyland has a type of pass that you can purchase at
Yeah,
their
it's
or is that, I think that's their food and wine festival that's going
yeah,
on right
and it's
now.
you use the passport, yes, because actually, what's her name? Stephanie was talking about that with
Yeah.
the
Maybe
passport.
that's what I'm
But
thinking
you
of.
could purchase five menu items, and then you collect a stamp at each one, and then you bring your stamped festival passport to Pineapple Promenade, and then you receive a festival treat. So I might have to do that when we go in May and just try it out.
Yeah. I know I'm looking forward, since we're going in May, looking forward to taking a look at all the Topiaries, eating some food. Something we'll talk about here in a minute is, the outdoor live entertainment. There
Yeah.
really is just a lot to do at Epcot in spring.
Yeah, the festival's really and look, we're not my family, we're not festival people. Like we don't typically go to festivals around the house. We don't go to Mardi Gras parades. We're just not that kind of family.
Yeah.
But a festival at Epcot is definitely different than a typical festival.
It is. It's super chill. Like, you hear the word festival and you think like big party, but it's really not. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, Epcot is so big as it is. So, like, everything is so spread out and it's super chill. Like, it's honestly like just another day at Epcot. Like, there's just extra stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one, and this is sidetracked because I'm now looking at the snacks, and it's a chocolate cake with coconut custard and passion fruit caramel. I want that. That looks really good.
There's a lot of
Grilled
good food
sweet corn
options.
too. Yeah. Yes. It's making me hungry.
Brunch Cot has fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon. Sign me up for that.
That sounds really good.
Sounds
I'm looking
amazing.
at all the desserts. There's a lemon tart too. Lemon tart is my favorite from La Madeleine. I don't know if you ever had that. That is so good.
Blueberry
just sit
crumble
here.
cake with blueberry lemon zest, soft serve, and blueberry compote. That sounds, and a lot of it's like crazy affordable too. Like
Yeah.
that's a $4 item right there. Like this conch fritters with key lime aioli is only $6. Florida strawberry shortcake with vanilla pound cake is only $5. Flight of beer is $10. Like a lot of this stuff is super affordable, but it will add up very quickly
Yeah.
if you start going
Definitely
doing like
trying every little thing. Yeah.
I don't even know how to pronounce some of this. A caramelized beignet filled with vanilla cream and glazed with caramel fleur de sel. Don't know what that was, but sign me up.
Yeah. This is
That's got to be over in the France Pavilion.
yeah, and they have a lot of what's it called? Farm to table.
Octopus balls.
I don't know about that one.
Bad. Hard bad.
I mean, I have eaten octopus before, but
Nope.
it doesn't really sound.
And they have we've had an episode all about like allergies and things like that. Like even, we've had the conversation. Disney is allergy aware, like as it is.
Yeah.
But even like you get into like this food festival or the Flower Garden Festival, the Food and Wine Festival, like all those festivals, like they incorporate those allergies into their menus. So there's definitely if you're somebody that has allergies or you don't eat meat or things like that, like they have things for you. So don't like worry if you have these allergies or these food
Right.
intolerances. Like there's gonna be plenty for you to eat.
Yep. You just have to keep walking until you find
Yeah.
the right thing.
I've seen a couple. I've been looking at this menu. Like I've seen lots of things that have like the word impossible or allergy or there's definitely they take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Spiced rum cocktail. Sign me up.
Yeah, this looks yeah. I got so many things. See, I might find me a new snack that I can get that's outside of the fall.
Right. The yacht
Yep. So
grub
definitely
is
go
also
and
new
check.
for 2025.
Oh, I see that. Is that it looks like little chips with dip.
Yeah.
It's a chip and dip charcuterie.
So
Sounds so good.
assorted artisanal cheeses and accompaniment.
Yeah, so one of the things you can do is like Fred and I are doing is you can
Get
browse
fat.
the website, you can look on the app. And there's also okay, so now I gotta find it. There's an app that you can get. It's the Food and Wine
I
app
have it.
on your phone. Yes, and I didn't realize that like you can pull up different festivals and it'll give you like the different menus that they have. Because when I went in just now, it automatically pulled up the Flower and Garden Festival. And so you can kind of go on there and look at all the different snacks and stuff that they have. That way you get a hot honey chicken sandwich. Yum. But if I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get thigh high chicken biscuit. So anyway, yeah, so you can look up all the different snacks they have and it has the prices in there so you can kind of price it out and see. Oh, I see your fried cinnamon bites. Yeah, that was only $5. That's not bad.
Right? Will be partaking when I go to.
Yes. So it's the Flower and Garden app, and then the Food and Wine app, and then you can sort it by the different festivals, and then it'll tell you where they're located, what the items are, and what the price is. So you can budget out your meals.
If you're a foodie and you're going to Epcot during any of the festivals, but specifically this episode talking about the Flower Garden Festival, definitely download the app, take a look at some stuff in advance, get a game plan, because there is so much like. And if you wait, again, we always talk about having a plan because if you wait and show up, like you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know what
What
to
do
do
I do?
first. Like
Yeah.
Disney makes it easy for you and gives you all these apps. So definitely going with a plan for the foodies out there.
Yeah. Then you get hangry and you just eat whatever,
Yeah.
and then you miss out on some good stuff because you like, just got the first thing, which I'm sure it's all good, but yeah, not me getting hangry.
Right. All right. Next up is
Entertainment.
entertainment.
Yes. So along with the Flower and Garden Festival, they have the Garden Rocks concert series. So this is where they'll have, different headliners that will come out and do concerts right there in Epcot. And so let's see, some of the
I was looking at some of
didn't we
these.
do this before where we went through names and I'm like, who is this? I don't know this.
Yes. That's why I'm just looking at
Yeah.
the ones I know, like Sugar Ray's coming up next week.
Don't know that.
Oh my God.
I think
Simple
this is who
Plan.
we talked about last.
Come on. Please tell me you know who Simple Plan is.
Simple Plan.
Yes.
Oh wait, I might know who Sugar Ray is. I don't know Simple Plan.
98 Degrees. Come on. Come on.
Now, I do know 98 Degrees.
Thank you.
One of the things too, though, a lot of times, like I don't know, like I won't know the
name?
names. Josh will be like,
Yeah.
you know this song, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that song. See, like my age group is like Jody Messina,
That's
Taylor
fair.
Dane, Flock of Seagulls. I
Plain
know
White
them.
Tees. Come on.
Nope, can't say that I do.
Hey there, Delilah.
Okay, yeah. See, I know
Yeah.
them. I just don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Maverick City. You got to know who Maverick City is.
I know Maverick City, yes.
Okay.
And actually, that is why our friends Troy and Melissa are going.
Yes. I was
Because they
talking
want to go
about
and
it at
check out.
Catalyst on Wednesday.
I'm so jealous of them because they're going to be there when our other friends are going.
I'm so jealous because of how much they go, plain and simple.
True. Facts. Yeah, I'm like, I wish my spouse loved it as much as me and wanted to go all the time like me because that would be amazing.
Facts.
Who else is coming?
Did my
We
lighting
the
change?
Kingdom. I don't know who they are either. The Hooligans, the Spinners, the Pointer Sisters,
Yeah.
Outlaws, Southbound. I think I know who Southbound is.
Mhm.
There's a Latin night, Latin Ambition, lots of concerts that you can check out. And then I don't know why. What's that?
Don't see it in your thingy-majigger, is the Garden Rocks dining package.
Yeah, I know. I had that. I don't know why I didn't put it in there, but yeah. So you can. Where's my notes? Yep, you can buy the dining package that includes a sit-down restaurant reservation and with the. So I'm trying to see which. So it's Spice Row Table, and
main one.
then
You can do
yeah,
it
it's
the
the
other
main
ones.
one. Here we go. Yeah, the big list. So there's
Yeah.
lots of restaurants.
Yeah.
My favorite is on there: Via Napoli, Tutto Italia, Tepanato, Spice Row Table. Who would pick Regal Eagle?
Hey, you never know. Okay. Somebody
That's what I'm
might be
curious about.
obsessed with the Regal Eagle.
Yes, my people, if you go to Epcot, please do not. Now I'm saying that Josh and I have eaten there before. I think we got like barbecue chicken and something, I don't know, but we don't do that anymore. That was like early on.
The uneducated individuals.
Yes, the uneducators. And a cool thing is that you can also do breakfast at Garden Grill. So even if you don't want to do lunch or dinner, you can do a breakfast at Garden Grill and still get so you get the dining reservation and you get one seat per person to the Garden Rocks concert of that day. So
Just like a
make sure you
fantastic
check out the
dining
schedule.
package.
Yeah. So yes.
I wish Magic Kingdom had a dining package for Happily Ever After. That wasn't the dessert party. Let me put that out there. Like, let me go
Yeah,
eat
I
at
wonder
Be
why
Our
they don't
Guest
do that.
and have a guaranteed seat at Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Like a blocked off area. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, that's like a missed opportunity, I think.
Maybe one day. I'm gonna write what's his face an email.
There you go. Yeah. So there's lots of
Dear Bob
options
Iger,
there. Can we please get
we
the
please
dining
get this
package?
for Magic Kingdom? Sincerely, your biggest fan. P.S. Thanks for bringing back Happily Ever After. The previous show sucked.
Yeah, that's crazy because I don't even well, because we don't do them a lot. So
The last one was not good, but that's a story for another day.
yeah,
We should do an episode on Disney failures. That would be fun.
there you go.
Disney mistakes.
So I don't know. I need to look this thing up because I put this in here and I don't even know if that's such a real thing. Let me see. That might be old news because I don't want to say it in case it's not.
You're talking about it, so.
Okay, well I'm not going to say it because I don't see it.
Excellent.
So it was another scavenger hunt, but anyway, and we kind of talked about Butterfly Landing already. So
We did.
There's also festival merchandise
Yes.
that are specific to each of the different festivals. So you can grab you is the Orange Bird? No, that's which festival is the Orange Bird? Is that
Flower Garden.
this one?
Because
Okay.
Figment is food and wine.
True. Yeah. It's crazy because the Orange Bird is like so popular. I mean, Figment is too.
They
But
dropped a Figment Magic Band, and I ordered it for my May trip. I'm super excited.
did you? I saw, which there's no reason why I would need to buy it, but when I was looking for at some other ones, I saw they have the Cars ones now too.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so you can definitely get some different merchandise that's specific to the events or the festival. I feel like Epcot has some really good stores.
That was a lot of good stores.
Yeah, but I don't see it in
I'm
the.
not drawing a blank on it right now. That new one that they just built.
Oh yeah,
That's a
it's
great
right there.
store.
Yeah, that one is really good.
Like super cool store. Like they have a lot of stuff, except for they don't have 3-year-old pants. Don't know why, but when it was late at night and we had a blowout, they did not have pants for my 3-year-old. Don't know why,
Oh, yikes!
but they have everything else that you could ever need.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the countries have some really great stores and merchandise. There's so much. Disney is great for shopping and spending all your money.
Yeah, and there's I'm looking too, which we didn't add this in here, but there's a lot of, maybe it is somewhere, but there's a lot of photo opportunities.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at one of these, it's like a little magic shot and it has someone holding their hand out and it looks like there's a little baby topiary in their hand. So there's topiary magic shots, there's butterfly magic shots. What is it? Dandelion magic shot, Isabella, orange basket, Spike the Bee, Orange Bird, Fairy Wings, Tiny World, and Groot
Stop it. Sign
magic
me up for
shots.
Groot all day.
Yes. Here's the thing. Okay, so I did find what I was talking about. It's Spike's Pollination Exploration. I was like, is that a real
Say
thing or
that
did I
5
make that up?
times fast.
Spike's Pollination Exploration. I'm gonna tap out at one. But that's another scavenger hunt. So it says set out on a scavenger hunt following Spike the Bee on his pollination trail. So you get the scavenger hunt map and stickers, which is $10. And then you go around and look for the different sections for the stickers for your map. And then once you finish it all, you can take it over to the creation shop. Is that what you
There
were
it
thinking
is.
of?
Yep.
Yes, and you get a surprise. So that's two different scavenger hunt type activities that they have for kids. So yeah, super cool. It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
So
lot
I
to
think
do.
yeah.
If we don't go in the fall, spring is, when we go. We've gone a couple marches now. We've gone once in May. I'm going back in May this year. Like spring really is a great time to go. There's a lot of stuff to do. The weather is really great. If it's not crazy for spring break, crowds can be super low and can be an ideal time to go. And I mean, if that's not motivation enough for you, the Flower and Garden Festival is really where it's at. Like it's a solid event to go to. So yeah, if you're looking for a time to go to Disney, spring. Love it. Absolute great time of year to go.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you have that spring sweet spot with the Flower and Garden Festival and the nice weather, and then if you're not dictated by kids' school schedules, and you can hit the fall with the food and wine, and get that sweet spot where it's not super busy.
Yeah,
Those are definitely the two best times to go.
for sure. So yeah, I think that wraps up our episode for spring at Disney.
Yes, sir.
Any last minute things we need to add? I feel like we covered everything.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we went through.
Yeah, definitely. If you're considering going to Disney in the springtime, definitely take a listen to this episode if you have not already. We'll post this week. We always say we need to do better about it. We never do, but we'll do a post in our Facebook group, Going Beyond the Castle podcast group, about what your favorite thing about Disney springtime is. There's a lot of great things we covered. Just a handful of things in this episode. So definitely, if you're listening to this episode, when you finish up, please head over to our Facebook page and join our group if you're not already in our group. And if you are, go comment on our post. So that way you can let us know what your favorite thing about Disney is at springtime. Like we said in the beginning, we got a lot of fun episodes coming up. We have a really exciting April planned out. Next week, Lori hinted at already. What are we talking about?
We're doing park updates and plot twists, the latest from Disney and Universal.
It's going to be a good episode.
Because I feel like there's been so much that has come out in the last week or so.
Yeah.
especially with Epic Universe, all of that
Yeah.
stuff, but even some things from Disney too.
So definitely be looking forward to that episode. We also have coming up, we have Battle of the whatever you want to call it.
Ultimate Ride Showdown.
There we go. The Ultimate Ride Showdown,
Okay.
where we're going to talk
Olivia would
rides.
love to join us for that one. She's like, oh, I want to
She's
come
more
on for
than
that
welcome.
one. Yeah.
So we're going to talk Ultimate Rides Showdown between Disney and Universal. After that, one of the episodes I'm really looking forward to, we're going to dig into Animal Kingdom, as
Yes.
Animal Kingdom's anniversary is
Cannot
coming
wait.
up on Earth Day. And then possibly the one that I'm more looking forward to than Animal Kingdom is halfway to Halloween at the end of the month.
Same. Yes, me too.
So for
I'm
those of
like really excited about all of the April ones. I think they're
Yeah.
all going to be super fun.
It's
But the
gonna be
last
great.
two, definitely. Yeah.
If you're planning a trip to Disney in the fall, definitely recommend tuning in for that episode and definitely keeping an ear out on the podcast and our social media channels. As we approach that time of year, we're going to start seeing a lot more information. Disneyland already dropped all their stuff because of 70th anniversaries. Nobody cares about them at this point. But Disney World should be dropping all the information about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, details about that party, as well as dates and prices for tickets. So definitely, if you're planning a trip, keep an ear out on the podcast for those that will be announcing that information once it comes out. So yeah, a lot of good stuff planned for April as we head into a slowdown season in May, as Lori and I take some trips to Disney ourselves, Disney and Universal. So got a lot of fun information coming out over the next couple weeks. And then we have some good hands-on recaps coming in June that we're excited for as we welcome some guests onto the podcast to talk about our trips.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's going to be fun. You want to close it out or you want me to?
I can close it out.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to, since you
I
do
don't
it
care.
so well.
I don't care. It's up to you. You tell me what to do. I'm here for a good time.
All right, I got it.
All right.
All right. So as Fred has said in the beginning, we really appreciate everyone who joins us and who goes back and listens to our episodes. And actually, tonight is episode 25.
What?
So kind of like a milestone, it's like that one of those big numbers.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate y'all listening. Would love to get a little more interaction as far as things that you want us to talk about, because of course we come up with ideas, things that we want to talk about, but we want to hear what you want to talk about. So, let us know those things. If you want a vacation request quote, because Fred and I are travel agents, so you can always reach out to us for a vacation. I don't know why I can't get it. I'm like tongue tied. Request a vacation quote.
There you go.
Yes, you can reach us at info@goingbeyondthecastle. Connect with us on all of our social medias, our podcast. Fred has mentioned it before. It is beacons.ai/goingbeyondthecastle. Got it. And we do have a website, goingbeyondthecastle.com. And I don't know if Fred has mentioned it on here before, but we also have a blog now. So you can find all of those links on our Beacons page and our website. So go and check it out and share with your friends and join us every week. We love having you guys with us.
Yeah. Keep an eye on our website because we've got some updates coming out of that soon that I'm currently working on just to kind of give you guys some more up-to-date information about some great deals that are going on at the parks and, across the different destinations that we sell. So working to get our website updated. So as the destinations drop some fabulous deals, you guys can stay up to date on those. So yeah, cool. Great job closing us out. Fabulous job. Cool. With that being said, thanks for joining us. It's been awesome. We love you guys and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope today's episode brought a little extra spark to your day and inspired your next adventure. Whether it's a thrilling escape to Universal, a dream cruise getaway, or unforgettable memories at Disney. Have questions? A topic you'd like us to cover? Your own magical story to share or looking for travel assistance? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Be sure to check out all our social media links and podcast platforms at beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. And don't miss the fun in our Facebook group, Going Beyond the Castle Podcast Lounge, where we share tips, updates, and behind-the-scenes moments. Until next time, see you real soon.